What in the world? What in the world? What in the world, family? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. Hope everybody doing good on Saturday night. What's good with you? What's good with you? Much love to everybody who's chilling out with us, man. Much love to everybody who's chilling out with us. Unknown man, so you got another 5. Yes, sir. Definitely. Yes, sir. We're on that road to 1,000. I want to welcome everybody to Big Low Kuntry Sports. Y'all know how we do it. Everybody who subscribes is joined on to the coaching staff. So much love to everybody who subscribed recently, and much love to everybody who's going to subscribe, throughout this stream tonight. Much love to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for chilling out with a country boy. What's going on, NFL Edits? I see you in here, family. Hope you're doing good, man. I don't think I ever seen you on here before. Welcome to Big Low Kuntry Sports. Make sure you do a country boy a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is a stream like any other out there. It's all about the coaching staff. That's what we do. We just sit around, talk about sports. Tonight is the Saturday night pep rally. So, we're going to go ahead and do this thing big and chop it up with y'all, man. But, in regular old Southern boy fashion, I got to make sure I speak to everybody. Look, I got Coach Ronnie on here. The thing about Ronnie, she's a sweet old girl. That's my girl, man. That's my wife, and I love her to death. And I really appreciate every day that I have with her. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us on this journey, Coach Ronnie. Coach Asia, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? NFL Edits, 2 more subscribers. Well, much love. Thank you so much. Coach Nathan, what in the world, Bo? I see you in here, family. Cartier Franks, what's good with you? What's good with you? What's good? Okay, that's Wunch. Okay, I see you in here, Wunch. Albert Smith, family, I see you. What's up, Coach? Black Girl Interrupted, Miss Ashley, much love to you. That's my sister. That's my sister, man. Definitely. Y'all know I just got to go by my manners and make sure I speak to everybody. Coach Terry Artist 404, my partner in crime. That's my brother. Much love to you. Terry Rodriguez. Y'all make sure that y'all go follow my homeboy Terry Rodriguez on Twitter. Terry Rodriguez 1. Make sure that you put, if you can, put your Twitter handle in here so I can tell everybody to follow you. And much love to you, man. Let's get it, GA. Definitely. So let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of the situation, Bo. Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. So, we all know that this is the whole NFL offseason. Things are slowing down in the NFL. Y'all know Coach Lowe loves to talk about some ball. But when I say I love to talk about ball, I love to talk about any kind of ball, Bo. You don't got to just be football. We can do it big any way or another. We can do it big. So basketball season is cranking up. And we gotta make sure that we chop it up about this, man. Make sure that we chop it up about this. Colors by Keish, what's going on? What's going on? Much love to you, sis. Y'all make sure y'all check out my boy Terry Rodriguez on Twitter. That's his Twitter handle right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so definitely. Now, Cartier Walker said that he's a Celtics fan since birth. His pops put him on. I understand that they ain't got no basketball team down there in Tampa, so I'm assuming that you would probably ride with Orlando. I'm assuming that's the closest basketball team to you, because Miami, that's way down there. So yeah, okay. Boston Celtics fans. Everybody else, if y'all could do me a favor, let me know who you're a fan of as well. Y'all know a lot about Big Low Kuntry, but I don't think y'all know about my fandom when it comes to that round ball, that basketball. I don't know, boy. Y'all don't know. Big Low Kuntry, boy. I used to be a beast out there on that basketball court. I ain't gonna lie to you. 42-inch vert. 42-inch vertical. I could jump out the gym. Definitely. Oh boy. All right. And look, before y'all even get to it, we're gonna do what we always do. What's in my cup is in my cup. So it might be water and it might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Oh man. All right. Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. official. BX2, rise up. You already know what time that is, baby. We rising up. We rising up. So we getting everybody's favorite basketball teams. Let's see what everybody got going on here. I know we got a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans in here, but see, I got to know, how bad I'm going to be talking about these teams. So I don't want y'all to jump on me. So I got to feel the, your mom used to say you got to feel the room out first before you make your proclamations. That's what Big Low Kuntry doing right now. I'm going to feel the room out first, y'all. I got to make sure, I don't want to say nothing. Y'all be looking at me crazy. Y'all trying to jump on me. So, all right. So Coach Nathan says, I'm a Hawks fan, but we'll root for any team Kyrie Irving is playing for. Okay. Kyrie Irving fan. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. You might not like me by the end of this stream. I'm just playing with you, Coach. Coach Albert said, go Hawks. All right. Coach Adrian Green says he's a Hawks fan as well. Official BX2, Hawks fan. Let's get it, GA. Said he's a Hawks fan all day. All right. Cartier Walker, he talking about his drinking habits. He said that I don't drink. I used to drink. What I used to drink was Grey Goose. So, okay, so that means that because we know that you and Asia, y'all got this whole love connection going on. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Asia's going to offer you some Grey Goose, but I don't know. I don't know. How y'all going to do that, but yeah. So okay, on the Grey Goose. Now look, y'all already know what time it is now. I got to know, man, what you're sipping on and what you're eating on tonight. Before we get deeper into the situation, what you're sipping on and what you're drinking on and what you're eating on. I just want to know, just in case I need to find out if I need to come to somebody's house. I know last night, people talking about it with marinating ribs and stuff. I went to the mailbox. I went to the front door. I ain't seen no ribs, nothing out there. I said, well, dang, they must have just forgot about me. What in the world? What in the world, boy? Let's get it. Say you on that Don Julio Jones, that Don Quintores. Oh man! All right. Coach Stanley said he with the Pelicans. Okay, cool, definitely Pelicans, definitely. And Coach Stan, were you with the Pelicans before or after Zion, or before or after Lonzo Ball? That's also another good question. But definitely, man, Pelicans. All right. Coach Joseph said he got to run with the Hawks, but I like a few other players. So I'm starting to see that that's a recurring trend in basketball. Like, a lot of times people, they'll be fans of a team. I feel like football is the ultimate team sport, but basketball, I think that's a little bit farther down the line. But it's a team sport. But I know a lot of guys, they'll trade jerseys in quick. If LeBron James, if he goes to the Heat, they ride him with the Heat. If he goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, even if they've never said Cleveland and Cavaliers in the same sentence, that next thing they're talking about the land. Next thing they're just getting naked. So I'm noticing that. I'm definitely noticing that. Definitely. Joseph Thornton said he's on that oil. Now, look, Joseph, now you talk about that oil. I know you always talk about oil now. You ain't talk about that oil you put on. Are you talking about that get naked oil that you be putting on all the time? Or that other oil, that you be sipping on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And Adrian Green. Okay. So wait a minute, y'all. We got an update on the love connection. Y'all. So Cartier Walker, he came in here and told me to stop it because Adrian Green is married. Okay, but Adrian Green, she said, look, wait a minute. Now, I ain't married yet. So that her saying, look, I ain't married yet. So if something pops off, you the backup. Is it one of those situations? Because she just could have said, I'm not married. You could just say, I'm not married, Asia. You didn't have to say, I'm not married yet now. So I'm not. Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone because I know Country Baby gonna say stop picking on Asian. I already know. I already know. But look, Miss Black Girl Interrupted. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel because she talks about all kinds of great things over there. Gonna be doing a women empowerment meeting pretty soon. But thank you so much, Miss Ashley. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Cartier Walker said the Pelicans are trash. I mean, either or. 6, half dozen, kind of what you put in it. Whoa, wait a minute. Alex Smith said, I eat gumbo and I'm drinking water. Well, you need to bring some of that dirty water over here to Big Low Country. My wife, Coach Rona, she loves that dirty water. She loves that doggone, she loves that good stuff. As a matter of fact, we're going to New Orleans, I think in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be loading up on the gumbo. So just another update on this love connection now. So Cartier Walker, now he's trying to use the reverse psychology, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm talking about football and basketball, and I'm also keeping y'all updated on the soap opera of Asia Green and Cartier Walker. She said that he said he's trying to use the reverse psychology, like, oh man, you got too many boos for me, girl. I'm just trying to settle down with you, but you act like you ain't trying to do it with me. Oh man, I used that one. I used to use that one all the time. Oh, Albert Smith said he's drinking oil too. Okay. So Albert Smith said he's on the drinking oil. Albert Smith said he's on the drinking oil with Coach Joseph. Okay, because Coach Joseph said he's on the stuff for sipping purposes. So okay, all right. Okay, all right. I got you. And Coach, let's get it. GA, he's in the chat. He's saying that, look, man, Asia, she ain't getting married until all of us brothers approve it first. Everybody on the coaching staff approves it first. So, look, Cartier, if we disapprove the other booze that you're talking about, it might not work. You might have a chance. All right, so Jarvis McNair says Sixer Nation. Okay. Now, Jarvis, where are you located? Are you located? Or are you a native of Philly or Pennsylvania? I was just wondering because like I said, we're just taking a poll right now. I just want to know who everybody are fans of. I know I try to keep up with everybody. Coach Terry Artist said Hawks for life. Coach Ghost Pepper says Hawks. Definitely. Yeah, Coach and Black Girl Interrupted. Coach, let's get it. He's showing love to you. So I tell you what, man, let's go ahead and talk about, since everybody's Hawks fans, let's go ahead and talk about these Hawks. What is going on with the Atlanta Hawks right now? What in the world, Bo? Like, I seen someone said earlier today that Lloyd Pierce is the black version of Dan Quinn. Is that accurate? I mean, because you got a team that's very talented. Yeah, I remember, like, I got on here at the beginning of the season. I was full blown naked. Joseph Thornton had to send me some oil because my elbows was a little ashy. So what in the world? Like, what's going on with the Hawks? What's going on with these guys, man? Coach Adrian Green says the defense just sucks. I thought all these issues are supposed to be fixed with Clint Capella and bringing in guys like the Rajon Rondos and all these guys. Like, what in the world is going on? Kevin Huerter, he's supposed to be a two-way player. I mean, what? Y'all let me know what is your opinion on the Hawks? What is your opinion? Nathan said that Lloyd Pierce is not Dan Quinn. He just can't rotate players. It's almost like he forgets how to coach or something. So I guess, because we always collaborate and talk about how we're going to move forward. Is this one of those situations? Has the Hawks ownership given Lloyd Pierce their shot, giving them a chance? Like, are we good on Lloyd Pierce now? Or is it one of those cases where, he's a young coach, he's still trying to find himself, we ride it out? Or is it time we need to call Nate McMillan in the office and say, hey, coach, we need to go ahead and start making some things move? Because if y'all want to keep Trae Young, this isn't the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. This is not the way that Joseph said. The front office just don't know what they're doing. But you know what, Coach, man? It's like this squad that they put. Like, this is one of the best Atlanta Hawks teams I've seen in a while. Like, I think talent-wise, this Atlanta Hawks team is better than that team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals or made that deep playoff run whenever they, the whole starting lineup went to the Allstar game. It's just the coaching. So y'all just imagine this scenario. What if Budenholzer would have been the coach of this team? If Budenholzer would have been the coach of this team, we'd be a top four. We'd be a top 4 seed easy. I mean, am I wrong for saying that? Let's get it. GA said, I'm disappointed in Cam Reddish. Not gonna lie, he looks like the same player from last season from an offensive standpoint. Everybody was talking about Cam Reddish, and I remember whenever we drafted him, everybody in the draft class was saying, we think Cam Reddish might be the guy. We think he might be the sleeper of this draft. And it's like, he flashes. I'm going to start calling him fireworks. Because every now and then he'll look pretty and he'll dazzle you. They say, he disappears again. It's like, I don't want to have to wait too long. I'm tired of waiting. LaMelo Ball coming to the league. When was he picked? 3rd? If I'm not mistaken. LaMelo Ball comes into the league. He's balling. Triple doubles here, triple doubles there. Cam Reddish, he'll come. He'll look good for 15 minutes. He'll look good long enough for you for your feet for your legs to fall asleep while you're sitting on the toilet. After that, he goes back to looking like Cam, just like Coach Let's Get It GA said. He'll go back to looking like Cam Reddish for last year. So I'm sitting here like, what in the world? What in the world? John Collins. What are we going to do with John Collins? It's like, he's not a max player. So my question is, because I've also seen on a Discord, someone say we need to trade Trae Young and keep John Collins. Do y'all agree with that statement? Do y'all think we need to keep John Collins and trade Trae Young? Coach Nathan said, when do we get Bogey back? I don't know. And that was the whole issue that I had about getting your boy Gallinari. Gallinari, he's good for 5 games a year. Cartier Walker said, come on, Lo, stop it now. You get naked for Trae Young. The Hawks playoffs team was tough to beat the Celtics. I mean, I definitely understand that. Coach, they said they didn't learn how to finish games. Why do our teams always have to learn how to finish games? Where's the coaching? Why can't we finish games? What in the world? It's just like Coach Nathan said. It's like you got to be able to rotate players, man. You got to be able to rotate players. Coach Terrell's 404 says it's the story of all Georgia teams. Can't finish games. 75 cents. 75 cents. I mean, it's like, what you gonna do? You gotta be able to finish games. All these games are competitive. All these games are competitive. Uh-oh. Coach Brandon done pulled out the scissors. Coach Brandon done pulled the scissors out on him. Who you trying to cut, Coach? Who you trying to cut? Yes, we overpaid for Gallinari. He's done this like 3 or 4 times in the NBA. He done this with the Denver Nuggets. He done this with the Clippers. He's done this with the Knicks. I think he's done this with OKC. It's like he'll go to a team. He'll play good for like 4 games. You get like 4 games out of him. Next thing you know, Gallinari hurt. Like, oh man. And then it's always the same story. It's always the same story. It's like, this team is good, but if Gallinari could just add those 20 points that he added those 5 games out of the 82 games of the season, then they will be a heck of a team. What in the world, Bo? Like what? Why are they paying this man millions of dollars to get flown back and forth to games and all over the country? I mean, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. So it looks like everybody is in agreement with me. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know that person that was, that person that said they should trade Trae Young and keep John Collins. I don't know if they were inebriated or what. I don't know if they were drinking moonshine or I just don't know, Bo. I don't know, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, my next question to everyone is, because like I was saying, it's like, how are we going to keep Trae Young if, we're just showing that we're not competent? This is the time where you make the changes, because nobody wants to continue to play on a losing team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is the time where you make those changes. What's going on, Coach? This is my homeboy Smitty. Y'all make sure y'all show my homeboy Smitty some love, man. Show my homeboy Smitty some love. Smitty's sports machine. But yeah, man, I mean, it's the truth. So my question is that this whole situation with Trae Young, do y'all think after, years down the road, do y'all think that the Hawks, y'all think Adam Schlink made the right move by drafting Trae Young instead of Luka Doncic? Because this is one of the hot button topics. Cartier Walker said Trae Young and Ja Morant. We'll get to that one, Coach. But right now the question is Trae Young or Luka? Trae or Luka? That's the question. And while y'all answering that question for me, Coach, let's get it. Said we're cursed, Coach. As a city, we're cursed. The Braves just last year up 3-1 in the NLCS. UGA blew the national championship in 2017. The Hawks were swept by LeBron and the Cavs after winning 60 games. Man, y'all know we weren't finna beat them doggone Hawks. I mean, beat the Cavs. Y'all know good and well. We didn't have no chance against the Cavs. Y'all know good and well there wasn't no chance. There wasn't no chance. So y'all let me know, because it looks like everybody's thinking kind of hard. It looks like everybody's thinking, no, I don't know. Do y'all think we should have got Luka instead of Trae? And I just want to know y'all's opinion. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Cartier said, that's easy, Luka. Man, I mean, Charles B, what's going on, Charles? He said probably Trae. I mean, it's 6 or a half dozen. We 1-1 right now. Coach Smith said yes. The Atlanta Hawks fans wouldn't have supported Luka like Trey, so it was the right move. Okay, so we're 2-1. We're 2-1. Devon Stanford said I'm taking Trey. I'm taking Trey. Yeah, you know what, guys? And this is just my opinion. It's like, and Authentic Sims. Everybody, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Authentic Sims to the stream, man. He said Trey can ball, but he doesn't win games like Luka. And you know what? It's like, that's the thing, man. It's like, I agree with you to a certain extent, but you still have to have some kind of team around you, and you also have to have coaching. Me and my brother-in-law, we talk about this all the time whenever we talk about, we have that whole Michael Jordan, LeBron James debate. And, he says that Michael Jordan just had the greatest coach in NBA history. So it's like, Michael Jordan just benefited from that. And I understand that to a certain extent, but you still have to have a team around you. So, man, I just don't know, man. It's like, nowadays in the NBA, you have guys, almost everybody handles the ball. But it's something about having that point guard that could distribute the ball. And people sleep on how well Trey can distribute the ball. But we all know that Trey has to work on his defense. Ain't nobody perfect. But like I said, people sleep on, how good Trey distributes the ball. So I'm thinking it's one of those situations where if I got a point guard that can legitimately score, why not go with Trey? I mean, there's just so many other guys out here, who can just get me triple doubles, especially from the wing spot. I mean, has Jimmy Butler, he's got like 3 triple doubles in like 3 games or 4 games or something like that. Like nowadays, triple doubles, they don't have the same stigma as they did like back in the day when Ice Cube used to just mess around and get one. Russell Westbrook kind of killed the whole beauty of the triple double. Because I honestly think Russ was kind of forcing triple doubles. People wasn't rebounding so Russ could get rebounds. So they were blocking other people out so Russ could get them. But I'm starting to feel like triple doubles are overrated. So I think this isn't me being a homer, but I think I honestly would go for Trey over Luka. Just the fact that I would have a productive point guard, that could distribute the ball, and the boy could just fall out of bed and hit a 3-pointer. I mean, he hit a 3-pointer from anywhere. Y'all seen that game the other night whenever he felt like there should have been a foul on that pick. He got up and cussed the referee out. But right before that, sequence before that, he hit a 3 from the logo almost. The boy could shoot, but just the way that he runs the offense. Now moving forward, it's like they already have their big man, Clint Capella. He's shown us that he's more than capable of doing great things. I feel like John Collins is the odd man out. And I know that y'all heard that he said that he wants them to slow the offense down. And, look, at the end of the day, if they slow the offense down, it only benefits one person or 2 people. That benefits John Collins and that benefits Clint Capella. So I'm honestly thinking, guys, that I believe I would take Trey. Albert Smith said, Coach, can we trade for Klay Thompson? Man, I don't know, Coach. We don't know if Trey's going to be the same guy. We don't know if Trey's going to be the same. I mean, not Trey. We don't know if Klay is going to be the same guy. It's like he got hurt, came back, got hurt again. And Cartier said it himself. He said that, he's injury prone. Like he can't. So not only is he injury prone, but psychologically, because everybody always thinks, whenever you have an injury, your body just can't do the same thing that it used to do. It's not, a lot of times it's not the body. Just like we were saying about Tiger earlier, a lot of times it's the mind. It's, do I trust my body to, get low, to actually try to be that low man in this situation? Because, many times it's not the actual function, but it's just the pain. It's that pain threshold. And, we all know that pain is psychological. Now, look, now, I need y'all to do a country boy a favor. If y'all learning anything from this, or y'all enjoy this in any kind of way, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit the like button. I would definitely appreciate it. And if you're new to the stream, we get together like this all the time. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button for a country boy and put it in the comment that you subscribe, and we'll shout you out, and everybody will welcome you to the coaching staff. Much love to y'all, man. Now, look, man, my homeboy Smitty, like, I really enjoy my homeboy Smitty content. If y'all had a chance to, make sure to check him out on YouTube, Smitty Sports Machine. He said the one advantage that Luka does have is height and the ability to play more than that one position, and that is true. I'm not going to lie to you. It's one of those cases where with Luka, before his career started, I was worried about, it's the same thing with Zion. I was worried about his weight. At first you could tell he was carrying around a good bit, but he kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and I mean, look, he's been balling out ever since. Man. So I can see the benefit of having Luka, but I think I'm gonna go with Trey. I think Trey has the higher ceiling. Like I said, we see guys out here all the time that play well, and they could play that wing position, and they could also run point if push comes to shove. But it's hard to come across that guy who can distribute the ball and who can also score his own at the same time. That point guard, it's hard. Like those other guys, they come a dime a dozen. You got those guys all the time that can do that. But that guy like and I hate whenever people compare Trae Young to Steph Curry, because I feel like they have two totally different playing styles. But I mean, like Steph Curry, he could distribute the ball, and he could also score as well. Definitely. Joseph Thornton said he liked before the show started. I appreciate it, Joseph. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. But yeah, man. Yeah. I definitely think it's one of those situations where I'm more comfortable, and I think that your boy Trey has more of an upside than Luka. Now, we know that the Hawks are in this playoff race, right? So moving forward, do y'all think the Hawks have the ability to make it to do y'all think the Hawks have the ability to make it to the playoffs? Do y'all think that it might be one of those cases where they might have the chance to do it? What's going on, Jay? I feel you, family. Appreciate it, man. My wife got it for me. I got like 40 polos in the closet. She fuzzes at me all the time because she said I got too much Hawk stuff. But appreciate it, Jay. Thank you so much, fam. But yeah, and everybody's still talking about Luka. And that's the thing. It's like both of them, there are liabilities on the defense, but since Luka is bigger, I mean, he does have a better chance to be able to. He does have a better chance to be able to stop you because he does have a little bit more length. Trey is quicker though, so everybody that's played sports, especially when it comes to playing defense on basketball, Coach always told you that defense a lot of times is not about ability. It's not about, speed or we know the size has a lot to do with it. But a lot of times, man, it's about that desire. And my homeboy, Chair Artist 404, he played on the state championship basketball team, he'll be the first to tell you that defense is about wanting to do it, just like rebounding. You just gotta want to do it, So I mean, I definitely think that they could both get better at it. Now, someone answered my question a little bit earlier, and they were saying that because I was asking, do y'all think that the Hawks have a chance to still make this playoff run? Because look, guys, at the end of the day, they just got to clean up a few things. It's not one of those cases where they ain't terrible. They're just not getting blown out. They ain't getting their backs broke in. They ain't getting feet put in them. They just got to clean up a couple of things. But like I've been saying, if you want to keep Trae Young on this team, who, I mean, dare I say, is a great player and has the ability to be even better, you got to make changes. So nobody wants to be on a team that's losing and say, hey, we still got a chance to do something here. Like, no. Y'all see the NBA? James Harden just had a press conference. Next thing you know, he was out of town the next day. I mean, come on. We want to keep Trae. If y'all want to keep Trae Young, something need to shake. And the first two things that need to go down is, and I hate to say it because I know that he's a fan favorite. I've never been that much of a fan of him. Y'all please don't get mad at me. But John Collins got to go. He got to go. He's not helping this team. He's not helping this team. All right, so I'm just getting everybody's opinion in here. And everybody says that Coach Nathan said, playoffs? We're talking about playoffs. Coach Nathan said he ain't no homer. He's being realistic. Coach Let's Get It GA said we still got a chance. Coach Devon said they can still make the playoffs. Smitty said Hawks need a coach that can haggle all this talent they acquired. I definitely agree. Albert, he's putting it out there. He says that the Hawks will make the playoffs with the 8th seed. 8th seed. And I'm sorry, Coach Smitty said he meant to say handle. It ain't no problem, Coach. It ain't no problem. Coach J said, I would love to see another NFL draft show. Sorry to say that while you talk about basketball. But trust me, we're definitely going to be doing another NFL mock draft. If you look at that one we did originally, it was 1.0. And, we're just going to be looking at different options, Jay. But, hey, man, I definitely appreciate that feedback, family. Thank you so much. Thank you. Talk about Andre Cisco. Definitely. As a matter of fact, we are going to talk about a little bit of football a little bit later on, Jay. So make sure you stay with me. I'm just getting into this whole basketball situation right now because I really haven't had a chance to talk about it because, I've been focusing on football so much. And I agree with you, Smitty. I agree with you, man. It's one of those cases, man, where you got to make sure that you look ahead, and they should have just traded John Collins last year. I don't know what they were thinking, man. Now look, guys. Hold on, I gotta drink some water for this one. Hold on. Oh boy. All right, so look, guys, we got an Ian Miles alert. We got an Ian Miles alert. Ian said, "What's up, fam? I'm eating beets and collard green ice cream and sardine pizza and drinking on a big bottle of Pepto-Bismol too. And I just went to the Hawks, and I just want the Hawks to beat the Charlotte Hornets." What in the world? You're going to need that Pepto-Bismol after that, Ian. Oh, man. Oh, man. Coach Wallace said, "What's going on, Big Low? I didn't know you was on tonight." Yeah, man. You know we still gonna do that Saturday night pep rally, and you know we're just talking about a little bit of basketball, Coach. So what we did was originally we talked about. I asked everybody who is their favorite basketball team. You know, majority of people said the Hawks. We actually had a couple of other teams in here. Cartier Walker said he's a Boston Celtics fan. We also had someone in here who was I can't remember. We had a Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers, and a Sixers fan in here. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we kind of been talking about, Coach. Definitely. Let's get it said that Lloyd Pierce, he's very active in the Atlanta community, very vocal about social justice that's going on, but he's not the right coach for the team. That's just me, and I definitely agree with you. They need to make changes. They need to make changes. People in Atlanta, they're tired of the Hawks being mediocre. Like in the NBA, you're in the upper echelon or you're not. Like it's not a middle kind of situation. It's not a situation where you can actually set up a team to be in the middle of the road, and next thing you know, they make it to the playoffs and make a deep run. Normally, the guys who are at the top are at the top for a reason, and that's just kind of what it is. That's just kind of what it is. Jay said, "Why can't he tip?" Well, actually, Jay, I'm going to be setting something up for tips pretty soon. So, unfortunately, right now you can't do the tips, but make sure that you stay tuned pretty soon, and we'll definitely have something set up. Okay, Jay? I definitely got you, Coach. I definitely got you, Coach Jay. We're going to set something up for those tips in the future. Now, we were talking about that playoff run when it comes to the Eastern Conference. Now, moving forward, I have a take that I kind of want to talk to everybody about. So my first question is, who do y'all think would be the number one team or the team that comes out of the East? Who do y'all think the team from the East that's going to the finals is going to be? And the reason I'm asking this is I just wanted to see something because I just have an opinion on a couple of things, and it's just one of those cases where I just want to know exactly how everybody's feeling, and if what I'm feeling is wrong or incorrect. Man, boy, so everybody getting naked for Brooklyn. I see. We got 3 votes already. Everybody said Brooklyn Nets. Nathan said the Nets. Coach Wallace said the Nets. Ian Miles said the Nets. Oh, Fat Boy Slim. Coach Smitty said he think Miami if they can stay healthy. But they have been playing a lot better, Coach. They have been playing a lot better. Charles, he says the Nets as well. Coach Vaughn says the Nets. Dio says the Sixers. That's a good way to go against the grain, Dios. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you go against the grain on them boys. That's how you go against the grain on them. Coach Jay said the 76ers. Joseph said that the Nets, they beat the Lakers last night without KD. But don't forget that the Lakers didn't have AD. So, you gotta consider that now. Swagger King says Boston. Okay. And then Coach Smitty, he said that the 76ers could be healthy. I mean, could be be scary. But, Nathan, it's all about Embiid, man. I mean, that guy is man, boy, that boy, know he made out of glass. He's almost like Chris Chandelier. So why didn't anyone say the Milwaukee Bucks? What in the world? Everybody just jumped off the Milwaukee Bucks train all of a sudden. Y'all done turned your back on the Milwaukee Bucks. What's going on? So does anybody think the Milwaukee Bucks have a chance? I guess instead of saying why does everybody just kind of drop the Bucks? Does anybody think the Bucks have a chance? Coach Nathan said because Milwaukee hadn't improved during the offseason. What about getting Drew Holiday? They still have Middleton. What about making all those acquisitions? I mean, Eric Bledsoe, Drew Holiday. It's kind of a catch-22 situation. You ain't gonna really. Coach Smitty hit the nail on the head. Coach Smitty hit the nail on the head, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly the take that I was thinking. Thing is, man, is that and Coach said that Giannis needs another superstar. So Giannis is not a number one option for a team. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. That's my take on it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Giannis is not a number one option for a team. Giannis will be a great Scottie Pippen. Giannis is not a guy who leads a team to a championship. Whenever you get to the playoffs and it gets real, Giannis just falls out. That's just what it is. Because whenever it gets real and they say, okay, we're going to stop him and we're going to make him make jump shots. Because Coach Nathan said it himself that Giannis needs to become a better shooter. Some people just can't shoot. Some people got all kind of talents. Some people just can't shoot. LeBron James, he could do everything. He just ain't got no hairline. Everybody can't have everything. Simple and plain, Bo. Simple and plain. So it's one of those cases where we have to acknowledge the fact that I know that everybody, a year ago, 2 years ago, Giannis, he got paid and everything. He got broke off, but Giannis is not a number one option for a team. Whenever you get to the playoffs, whenever you get to those playoff runs, after that second round in the playoffs, skill outweighs physical abilities. It happens every time. If that was the case, Ben Simmons would have had 3-4 championships by now. Skill outweighs physical abilities. You got to be able to dribble. You got to be able to shoot. You got to be able to, just to play overall good basketball. At the end of the day, it don't matter, it don't matter if your arm span is 8 feet long and you could jump. At the end of the day, because those guys that are coaching that are second, third, fourth seeds or first seeds, they got coaches that can stop guys like that. So you got to be able to stop, take a jump shot, and shoot the ball. At the end of the day. And Coach Wilder said, you have to have those guys that are consistent or for making threes around them. I mean, yep, that's true. But look, those guys aren't superstars. In the day, they ain't going to be making shots that consistently. If they were making shots that consistently, then they would be the number one guys. So Giannis, unless he gets a number one guy, like Coach Cinco Mo said, Or what if the Bucks got Bradley? The Bucks got Bradley Beal. Oh, it's going down like there's a well in the boat. It's going down like there's a well in the boat. And I said this myself, Coach Smitty. If I'm Atlanta, I'm selling everything to bring Giannis, because if you got Giannis and Trey, you can Band-Aid everything else. Everything else, like, we're fine. Let's just put Kevin Huerter, and I'm pretty sure they'll trade Cam Reddish, trade John Collins. I would love to keep DeAndre Hunter, but, it's obvious that he's more valuable to this team than Cam Reddish. Some picks and, a couple of left arms and left legs. And, look, you got you a squad. Because Giannis and Trae Young, and then you're not even considering Clint Capella, and I'm pretty sure they would want him too. Boys blocking 10 shots, like what in the world? But yeah. If the Bucks got a Bradley Beal, which I don't know why he's even still in Washington anyway. Black girl interrupted, said she's still here. Much love. Hey, y'all make sure that y'all show love to Coach Ashley at Black Girl Interrupted, because she's actually in Texas right now, in Houston, and she's been dealing with that winter storm. So y'all make sure that y'all show Black Girl Interrupted some love, because, she's going through a hard time down there. Y'all know, as a coaching staff, we make sure that we check up on each other. So y'all make sure that y'all show her some love in the comments. But yeah, if it was one of those situations where the Bucks got a guy like Bradley Beal, man, it's game over. For everybody who's saying the Brooklyn Nets, it's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. So, yeah, I definitely feel like it's one of those cases where, we've learned who Giannis is. We've learned that Giannis isn't the guy who, just come down the lane, spin off of somebody and dunk on people. We learned that doesn't build a championship. That's not going to win you a championship. LeBron James was the most physically superior athlete for years. He could jump and dunk over everybody and their mama. But that wasn't winning the championships. End of the day, that wasn't winning them championships. Coach Devon Stanford said, Black Girl Interrupted, be safe. We're keeping you and the state of Texas in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much for showing them love. Thank you for showing Coach Ashley love. Nathan says that Texas does have a bad. And yes, Miss Ashley, we're definitely going to keep you in our prayers. Definitely going to keep you in our prayers. And Coach Smitty said, prayers up for her and for Texas. So, Miss Ashley, if you need anything, let us know. And Coach Wiles, I completely understand. I know that Bill wanted the money, and that's why he's still there. But we know at the end of the day, these players at the end of the day, they do what they want to do. So he said, okay, I'll stay for now. I'll get my contract. I'll just get traded next year or the year after that. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Coach Terry Artist 404 said, hit the like button if you are enjoying this. He said, if you are enjoying this, hit the like button. And Coach Albert said, praying for Ashley and the people in Texas. Much love. So I think I'm in agreement with y'all. I think the Nets are one of those teams that could definitely win the East. James Harden is going through a renaissance over there. He's realizing that he doesn't have to dribble the ball for 26 seconds out of the 24 shot clock and step back 8 times and shoot a 3. Like he's actually like James Harden, he's actually playing the point guard position, and Kyrie, he's just doing his thing. He's doing his what was it, 2K18? He's doing his 2K18 thing. Like he's out there balling. KD, KD's doing KD things. He's definitely not the same guy that he used to be. But KD's still balling. He's still balling. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where, wait a minute. Coach Dio said that the Nets won't make it to the conference finals. And you know what? I was actually kind of worried about that because, if you consider there's only one ball on the court, Coach Dios, and you make a good point. There's only one ball on the court. So you get to those playoffs and tensions start running high. What happens if, Kyrie has a Kyrie moment? James Harden, he just came back from the strip club with no mask on. And, KD, KD, he don't, on the court, KD's a perfect teammate. I know a lot of people say things about him off the court and everything, but on the court, he's a perfect teammate. So at the end of the day, like, will that chemistry work out well? Will that chemistry work out well? Because Dio said he don't trust Harden in the playoffs. Well, you got to think though, Dio, whenever Harden was in the playoffs, everything was on his shoulders. Like, we know that he's just not that guy. He's not that guy in the playoffs. He's like Giannis. There's the reason why him and Harden and Giannis didn't get along with each other last year. They were too much alike. Whenever they get to the playoffs, they disappear. So but now he has somebody to kind of lean on. It may be one of those things. It may be one of those situations where they can kind of pull it together because, look, KD knows how to play in many different styles. But KD and Kyrie, they're basically going to kind of try to they got to teach James Harden how to win in Western Conference championships and in finals. Like, they've been through it, they've lived it, and now they got to kind of relay that message. Now, Ian Miles, he was asking about the Hawks, and we were just talking about the Hawks, Coach Ian, while you were eating all that crazy food that you eat. But for the Hawks to improve, they got to get rid of Lloyd Pierce. The writing's on the wall. If they keep him, it's like, I'm seriously wondering, like, are y'all taking winning seriously, or is this just a money grab to you? Because I'm getting tired of losing. I'm getting tired of losing, man. Now, Coach Wild said the Nets, they're no different than the Warriors because you're not going to be able to double nobody. I mean, it's true. It's true. With those 76ers, I mean, we know that they can play some defense. Those Boston Celtics, they can play some defense. Everybody kind of forgot about Boston. I know there was one person here who said they're a huge Boston fan, Cartier Walker. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, you got to kind of consider, you got to consider the matchups. If the Hawks make it, if Lloyd Pierce is still the coach, they're going to get put out in the first round. They'll get put out in the first round. Spencer Montgomery, what's going on, Coach Spence? He said, what's up? LeBron's the GOAT. Tom Brady's not the GOAT. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, so now on the West Side, who's coming out of the West? Now, we know that AD's hurt, so the Lakers were the front runner. Who do y'all think is coming out of the West and going to the finals? Is this the Clippers year? Like, are we taking the Clippers seriously this year after they kind of laid an egg in the playoffs? Man, y'all just do not like Lloyd Pierce. What in the world? What in the world? Wow. Coach Albert, he just called it. He said the Clippers are going to win the West. the Clippers gonna win the West. So I mean, I don't know. Jay said that they need a Jordan Jr. You never know, man. You never know. Ian Miles said, "What's going on with the Dallas Mavericks?" Well, I mean, it's one of those cases where everything's kind of on Luka. Everything's kind of on Luka. Coach Terry already said that the Lakers are going to win the West. LeBron told y'all that he wanted his respect. Y'all ain't putting no respect on his name. So, and I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I'm been a Lakers fan for a long time. Through good times and bad times. And I this year with COVID, it's hard to tell who's actually hurt and who's, and who just wants some games off because they don't have to disclose anything. So I'm sitting here thinking, whatever the season, whenever we do get to the thick of the season, into this playoff race, of Schroeder and AD, I don't trust Kyle Kuzma. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of LeBron. Playoff Bron always kind of shows up. Terry Artis said playoff Lakers haven't had any bad times. I mean, we went through some tough times with Smush Parker running point guard. But yeah, man. So I honestly think that the Lakers are going to win the West. I think that these finals are going to be intense. Ooh, Coach Wallace said that dark horse is going to be Utah. Wow, that people sleeping on the Utah Jazz. If Rudy Gobert just stopped giving people COVID, they might be able to do something. Now, Coach Jay, he said that he's talking about the Portland Trail Blazers. This was another question that I had for y'all. I know that Dame time he used to cover Athlete of 2K and everything. Did Damian Lillard get snubbed? Did they snub that man for the All-Star game? So basically for the storyline, I don't know if everybody's heard. Damian Lillard was Luka was voted over Dame time for the All-Star game. Now, do y'all think it was one of those situations where they kind of snubbed? And I think the players and the coaches voted for Dame time, but the fans voted for Luka. Everybody got naked for Luka. So it's one of those situations where I honestly think he got snubbed. Nathan said they always trying to snub Dame. Oh man, JR said that they snubbed him. Oh man. Now Ian Miles, he had a good question. He said, how many years do you think LeBron is going to keep playing? Do you think he'll play into his 40s? I definitely think he can if he watches his time. LeBron wants to play with or against his son. It was going to be like the first time in NBA history. So yeah, I think he could definitely play into his 40s. He just needs to watch the minutes that he plays. What a Spencer kid said Luka's a white nigga and a booty kid. What in the world you talking about, Spence? Oh man. Albert said Dame needs to be an all-star. So Dame, he's an all-star, Albert. He's just not on that starting squad. He's not on the starting team. Nathan said Dame is the best player in the league. Wow. I don't know about that one, Bo. Dame's a really good player. Best player in the league. Wow. And Terry R said he will play until his first year. Bron Jr. plays in the NBA. Everybody think he'll play for like 3 more years. Coach Wallace said that this is a popularity thing now for players to make the All-Star team. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying there, Coach. I think that you also have to consider the player votes, and also you have to consider you also have to consider the coaches' votes as well. Like, these guys are the closest to the situation. So, I mean, you got to kind of consider the whole situation, man. I know that the fans, they're the reason why these guys could become millionaires, because we buy the merchandise, we buy the tickets, buy NFL Game Pass, and all these other things, NFL League Pass, and all these other things. But I don't think that it should just be completely disregarded like that. So yeah, I definitely think that that's the situation. I think he got snubbed. So we talked about a little bit of basketball. Now, what y'all think about this football situation? I came on live a little bit during the middle of the day with Carson Wentz. For everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody knows now, Carson Wentz got traded to the Indianapolis Colts. And I know I asked y'all, does this put the Colts over the top? Or is it one of those cases where they may have just been better off with Phillip Rivers? Because, me and Country Baby, we was actually sitting and talking about this today. And, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, dang. I mean, Carson Wentz, what do you have, like 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions or something like that last year? I'm just sitting here thinking, well, are the Colts going to be that much better? I mean, the Colts have a good team. They got the defense. They got the offensive line, the running backs. I think they got a good coach. But like we said, whenever we talked about this right after it happened, it's all about between the ears, man. Is Carson Wentz going to come into the situation and try to do too much? Because we've seen him do that many times. When he played against the Falcons, when we won the first game of the season last year against them. So I just don't – I don't know if that's going to work. Now, I see that some people have some questions about the Falcons. He said, Rico gone. You go fly back to Sweet Home, Alabama. I honestly think that these Falcons, like what they're going to do moving forward, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. There are going to be some surprise cuts. It's one of those situations where we talked about this last night when we did the simulation for free agency. But the only way for the Falcons to be successful this year coming up is they're going to have to restructure some contracts. And, we definitely want to get better. So, we're going to have to make some cuts and, just pick up some players that fit the scheme a little bit better. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And since we let go of Kurt Benkert, which is one surprise to me in itself, what do y'all think the Falcons are going to do about getting a backup quarterback? Do y'all think they're going to go ahead? And Nathan, he already put it out there. He said that they're going to draft a quarterback, just not in the first round. I mean, and Jay said that, the Falcons, they're good. Every game they lost barely, We are good. Trade down, and we good. And that's kind of like what we were saying. Now everybody's saying that we're gonna take. Well, it seems like the consensus is everybody wants to get that left tackle out of Oregon, Sewell. But I just don't know if that's the right move to make. You trade down, and there are other good tackles out there. I wouldn't take a tackle that early, especially when you got an offensive coach who specializes in coaching the offensive line. And our offensive line coach is really good from the research that I've done on them. So, and Coach Brandon, he said it himself that we're just poorly coached. Now, Terry Artist 404 said that he asked me if I think we're going to take a quarterback with that fourth pick. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. Every time I turn on NFL Network and I look at the thing that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, they're saying, projection, fourth pick, Atlanta Falcons taking most of the time it's Justin Fields. There's normally like 3 quarterbacks going in those first 4 picks. I just don't see it. I wouldn't take Justin Fields, especially not with the 4th pick. If it was a case where he dropped, later in the draft, and I could accrue some additional draft picks, I would consider taking them, but not with the 4th pick overall. No, I just wouldn't do it. I honestly feel like from the things that I've watched, I honestly feel like Zach Wilson is the best quarterback in the draft. I mean, if y'all don't agree with me, I completely understand. I understand that it doesn't go completely with the flow of the national narrative, but I'm just looking from my perspective. And I said the same thing whenever the Chiefs took Patrick Mahomes. Before they took him, I said, well, the best quarterback, nobody's not even talking about him. It's coming out of Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes. And Coach Water said, this is why you can't listen to the so-called experts all the time. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. And Brandon Levy, he said Creed or Deontay Brown, but I don't know how Brown fits in an outside zone scheme. I don't think he would fit well in that outside zone scheme, Coach, because he most of the times he's going to be running. And this is if the ball's in the middle of the field. There are going to be times he's going to be running outside those hash marks. If he's picking up guys and attacking and blocking the way that he's supposed to, like he's going to be moving 7-8 yards down the field. If he's getting downfield the way that he's supposed to. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. I think with this season, with the need for quarterbacks, it's like quarterbacks are like gold out there. It's like you really have to consider how valuable that 4th pick is. I mean, because whenever we did that mock draft, and I don't know if y'all seen it, you could definitely go back to my channel and take a look at it. There were a lot of teams that were interested in getting that 4th pick. The Denver Broncos, San Francisco 49ers, New England Patriots. I mean, there were definitely teams out there that were, considering, trying to get a quarterback. So, I mean, I'm not even mad at it, man. I'm not even mad at it. I'm excited about the draft. Definitely excited about free agency. It's going to be one of those things, man. It's going to be one of those things. Cinco Mo said trade down for 2 seconds and a 3rd and get Kyle Trask with the 2nd or the 3rd. I mean, if people sleep on Kyle Trask, man. I mean, he's a good player. I know a lot of people ain't paying attention to him because he went to Florida, but everybody talking about how well Pitts look. Somebody had to get the ball to him. If I'm lying, I'm flying. So speaking of Pitts, I see Coach Nathan. He be reading my mind. He said, "I like that tight end for the Florida Gators." And Jay said the trash is not for us. Now Spencer Montgomery now, I want y'all to know that all year long, Spence, you've been getting naked for Justin Fields. Now, where's Joseph Thornton at whenever, with the oil, whenever you need it? He said, no, Zach is not the best. Justin Fields is better, bro. You tripping, coach. Experts lying. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just looking at the throws that Zach Wilson makes, the type of offense that he ran, how well he ran that offense, going through progression, arm strength and accuracy, mechanics, all those things coming to effect. And in my opinion, I really like that boy Zach Wilson all day. Joe Thornton said he said he got oil for you. He said he got oil for you, Coach Spence. So I mean, yeah, I think you might be getting just a little bit naked. I don't know if you're fully naked yet, Spencer, but you definitely might be wearing a bikini right now. And, Joseph Thornton said he got some oil to make sure that your elbows and your knees don't get too ashy. Oh, man. Coach Wilder said that, Big Low, I'm just going to give you an example of what Newsom did in 1996 with the fourth pick, and they took the best player available in Ogden, and the rest is history. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I mean, it was history, but you also got to consider the other picks that they made, just not just that season, but seasons to follow. Like, they made good picks and they did great scouting. Now, we're used to not, like, we don't trust getting good picks later in drafts, based on our history. We're apprehensive about that. So, this may just be one of those cases where we're all just thinking, well, look, we know that we don't hit on late draft picks. So let's just try to get as many draft picks as we can. Now, if we trust our scouting department, if Fontenot and his scouting department are good at getting guys who, are worth a lot of value in those third, fourth, fifth, and sixth rounds, I'm cool with making that big splash pick like that. Now, I also know that it's one of those cases where you have a lot of holes to fill. So I'd rather have a lot of good players opposed to a guy who we think could be great. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, we think he could be great. We don't know if it's going to pan out. We don't know if he's going to get hurt, So I just don't think that if it was up to me, I wouldn't. I see that, people are wondering. Their Dio says Sewell, he's not Ogden. I mean, you can look at the tape and see that. Like, you watch Ogden play and you watch Sewell play. I mean, and I never watched Ogden's college tape, and maybe he looks comparable, but just based off of what I seen, it's like he can move. I think that's the biggest thing with Sewell. Like, he can move, and he would fit our offense just from the simple fact of how well he moves around the field. Like, you see him picking up blocks 10, 15 yards down the field. It's beautiful. But, yeah, I would rather have quantity, and some of those players that we traded down to get have the potential of being great, opposed to getting using this top 5 pick. And if it doesn't pan out, like, we're looking crazily at Terry Fontenot, like, this is your first pick ever and this is what you do, and I understand that we got to stop focusing on what we used to or what we used to see, but I mean, it's just one of those things, man. If you've been burned over and over again, you that's something that you try to avoid, even though you know it's a different situation. Like, you have to train your mind, to not to deal with that, So it's definitely one of those cases, man. Definitely one of those cases. Look, y'all, make sure, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you do a country boy a favor and hit the like button. If you've smiled, enjoyed any part of this stream, learned anything that you didn't previously know, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and make sure that you share this with people that you know to get them to subscribe, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know where we're at right now, but we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure that y'all do a country boy a favor and do that, man. Definitely. Jay said that Fowler needs to stay. I think Fowler, he might need his contract restructured. And I actually talked about this last night, Jay. I don't know if you were watching with us whenever we did the simulation on, the offseason and how we're going to approach free agency. But it's one of those cases, man, where with Fowler, I understand that he was hurt and everything, but you just have to remember that it's one of those cases where if you are hurt, like, you don't have to tell us nothing about it. Like, if you hurt, you hurt. But don't make excuses after the season is over. So it's just one of those situations. Now, Coach Spitz said, hey, Coach, I'm assuming that's a cornerback in the first round and Patrick Surtain, and we getting Justin or Mac. Pour oil in your mouth, son. What in the world? Put the oil in my mouth. All right, Coach, you going crazy now. Oh, man. And that's good. You completely right about that, Coach Brandon. If you playing, you ain't hurt. If you playing, you ain't hurt. So, like, if you want to go out there and play, don't make no excuses after you do it. But if you are hurt, that's whenever you have to trust your teammates. If you can't compete to the level that you normally would, like, don't say after everything is done, oh, I'm hurt. I mean, you can't do it. You can't do it. So, yeah, I know that the main reason he came here is because he wanted to play with Dan Quinn. I feel like that was irresponsible on his part because he knew that Dan Quinn was on the hot seat. I guess he was just putting all his chips on the table, thinking that the Falcons were going to be successful this year. And I'm definitely hoping that this next year he can kind of step up and do some great things for us. Coach Jay said he's going to play good. He feels it. Well, I definitely hope that's the case, Coach. I definitely hope that's the case, man. Definitely do. Definitely do. Oh, man. Well, so I do want to let y'all know that tomorrow, I'm actually going to have a special guest, unless anything falls through. But we're actually going to have a special guest. So make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock. And, we're just going to get on, have a good time. I know that y'all going to make them feel welcome. And, we're just going to get on here and do it big, man. We're going to get on here and do it big. So, look, I really appreciate y'all for chilling out with Old Country Boy tonight. Thank y'all so much. I want to let y'all get back to your Saturday night. Make sure that you tell your friends and family about Big Low Kuntry Sports because we're trying to get to 1,000. And Jay said what we're talking about, he's actually a Falcons fan. So we're going to kind of dissect this offseason. And, whenever we dissect this offseason, we're going to really talk about, what's going on and moves that we can make and, just things like that, man. So definitely, I appreciate y'all for chilling out with me, man. And rise up, A-Town down. Y'all be easy, bro.